So we're on the Sony stand at CES 2020. It's one of the busiest stands here. I'm with Gavin. Gavin, lots to go through. Let's start with 8K. So what have you got coming this year?
So for 8K we have a new model which sits below the ZH9, which continues in 98-inch. So the new model is the ZH8, and that will come in 85-inch and 75-inch. So let's go through the specs of the ZH8. So first of all, of course, picture quality wise, we've got the X1 Ultimate picture processor. That's our most powerful picture processor. We also have a full array LED backlight and all the technologies that go alongside that. So 8K Extended Dynamic Range Pro, X-Motion Clarity. We've also got X-Wide Angle to give you that wide viewing angle experience as well. For sound, we're introducing some really cool new sound features as well. What we always want to achieve is essentially recreating that cinema experience in the home, and one of the key elements of that is the sound comes from the screen. That's what makes it more immersive. So at ZH8 we've got three basic important improvements here. So number one, we've got front-facing speakers. They're actually hidden underneath the bezel at the bottom of the TV. Secondly then, we've got twin subwoofers around the back of the TV to give you that rich low-frequency bass tones. But the very cool new technology is called Frame Tweeter. So what Frame Tweeter does is we invisibly vibrate the frame of the TV to create the high-frequency sounds. The net benefit of this is it lifts the sound up so it comes from the screen, giving you that cinematic immersive experience as well. It's very, very cool. Also, from a design point of view, we've got one Slate Design. So the idea behind that is it really focuses your attention on the picture. There's not much distraction from the stand, for example, is pushed towards the edge, so it won't reflect within the screen itself. And all of the speakers, as I've mentioned, are hidden away as well, so you get that really immersive into the screen feeling, which is very cool. From a user experience point of view, everything coming with Android 9 this year as well, so the latest version of Android TV. And we've also got a very cool new remote control as well. So we introduced a new remote control last year. So for this year, with ZH8, we're introducing a backlit remote control as well. So perfect for that home cinema experience where you don't want any distractions. If you want to change something, pick the remote control up. It's got a light sensor built into it and a motion sensor. So when you pick the remote control up, the lights will come on and you can see exactly what you need to do. Kind of tied into this as well is our Ambient Optimisation technology. So this works in two different areas. So first of all, we've got a light sensor which adjusts the brightness of the TV to suit the environment. So in a bright room, it will brighten the screen, dark room, it will dim it down. But we've also got acoustic auto-calibration as well. So this will use the microphone built into the remote control, and what it will do is it will send out a signal and it will detect different furnishings in your room. So for example, if you've got curtains on one side and a sofa, and that will tend to absorb sound. The other side, maybe you've got a flat wall or a glass wall that will reflect sound. So the TV will understand this and it will adjust the acoustic frequencies to ensure that you're getting the best sound quality no matter where you are. So some really nice technology in there to improve your viewing experience.
And who's the consumer for this TV then?
Consumer for this TV is anybody who's looking for that big screen immersive experience. So with 8K, as we've kind of said previously, there's not a huge amount of content easily available. But the big benefit is our upscaling technology with 8K X Reality Pro. It will take your 4K, your 2K, whatever it is, and we'll upscale it to near 8K quality. And the big benefit of that is the immersion that you get from that extra resolution. So anybody looking for a big screen TV, 8K is a really ideal solution. Also, if you're watching your 4K on an 8K TV, it will actually look better on an 8K TV than an equivalently sized 4K TV. This year the ZH8 will come in, as I mentioned, underneath the ZG9, so it will appeal to a wider audience this year, more attractive price, for example, as well.
And when it comes to 8K sources, are you supporting AV1 on YouTube?
We're not supporting at the moment. The reason for that is there's still a big question mark around the codec that's going to be a standard for 8K. So at the current time, if you want 8K content, we've got HDMI 2.1, which will take an 8K feed in through the HDMI port.
And that's a full 2.1, 48 gigabits per second?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it'll do 4K 120, it'll do 8K 60 as well.
Okay, so moving on from 8K, we'll go to 4K and OLED. Some new models there, but first of all, I think we need to point out that the AG9 is continuing into this year.
Yeah, so AG9 continues into this year, but we do have a replacement for AG8, which is the A8. So the A8 actually takes a lot of the technology that we've previously had in the AG9 into, I guess, a more mid-range OLED marketplace. So spec-wise, we're talking X1 Ultimate again, pixel contrast booster. We're introducing X-Motion Clarity on OLED this year as well, so you get the benefit of very, very smooth motion without compromising on the brightness of the TV as well. Sound-wise, acoustic surface audio, so we're using twin actuators, but we've also got twin subwoofers in there as well, so you get that great sound from screen experience again. So some really, really nice kind of flagship features in a more mid-range model for the A8, and that'll come in 55-inch and 65-inch screen sizes.
And then 48 is a new size, and you've got a new model there as well.
Yeah, so we've announced a 48-inch A9 model, and again, very high specification with X1 Ultimate, Acoustic Surface Audio Plus, so some really nice technical features in there as well. We'll have more news on that one later on in the year.
And just coming back to the AG9, because I know our forum members will ask the question, is why is that continuing into this year, and do you have plans to replace it?
So at the moment that will continue, particularly bigger screen sizes in 77-inch as well, but it's a very high spec TV and the feedback we've got from AG9 has been fantastic, so we're happy to see that continue on into this year as well.
Okay, and then moving back to LED LCD TVs for this year, you've got two FALD models now. Maybe you could tell us about those.
Yeah, so let's start with the XH95 first of all. So that's the replacement for the XG95 from 2019. Similar picture quality specifications, so again, X1 Ultimate, X-Motion Clarity, Extended Dynamic Range Pro. The addition this year from a picture point of view is X-wide angle on 55-inch and 65-inch, whereas on the XG95 it was just on 75 and 85-inch. We've improved acoustic multi-audio on the XH95 as well, so we've redesigned slightly the sound positioning tweeters, so they're located closer to the edge, so you get better sound positioning. We've also got bi-amp technology, so a dedicated amplifier for your sound positioning tweeters, a dedicated amplifier for the full range speakers down at the bottom of the TV. Again, the benefit of this is better sound positioning, higher sound pressure as well. In addition to that, those full range speakers feature a brand new speaker itself called X Balance Speaker. So this speaker ensures that we don't get any distortion and that helps with the clarity. So the overall effect is a richer sound quality, better clarity, better sound positioning, so more immersive sound from picture experience on there as well. Very, very cool. Moving on to XH90. So XH90 is actually the replacement for the XG85. And that will come in 55, 65, 75 and 85-inch screen sizes. The big news on the XH90 is the full array LED backlight again. So it's great to have that premium technology at a lower price point essentially. To go along with that, again, X-Motion Clarity for your smooth, bright picture quality. And we've acoustic multi-audio on 65-inch and above as well. Design-wise, both the XH95 and the XH90, aluminium, metal stand, so very premium look and feel to both models as well. The XH95 also comes with the backlit remote control. The XH90 comes with our conventional voice remote control as well. On the subject of the remote control, just while I think of it, both the ZH8 and the XH95 have our built-in hands-free microphone as well, so you can do all sorts of commands and control your IoT devices just using your voice, using the TV as a hub as well.
And you've got a new UI, user interface, which I thought was really nice.
Excellent, I'm really glad to hear that, yeah. So we've made some really nice changes there as well to make it clearer, easier to understand for customers. Quite often when they go and look at a menu system, it's difficult to tell what that feature will do or how that setting will change the picture or the sound. So we've included a little bit of information to really kind of direct and inform the customer about what that setting will do for them and what happens when they change it.
Right, so there's a couple of things I wanted to go over before we wrap up. So the wide angle technology. So in the TVs that I have reviewed, it did impact on the contrast performance. So what have you done to try and improve on that with the new models with that technology?
So actually the performance will be in line with what we've seen previously in 2019, but we did improve from 2019 from 2018, so we made some improvements there. But as an overall benefit, the extra wider viewing angle is key for a lot of customers out there, and that's kind of the main primary concern, is to give that wider viewing angle so you can see great colour, great contrast, no matter what angle you're looking at the TV at.
And another thing I picked up on the reviews last year, and I'm only asking because I know that you like the feedback, and if you can improve things you will, was that the black bars were not quite black on the XG95. What was the reasoning behind that, and have you made any improvements there?
So one of the key things about what we try to achieve is the creator's intent, and we balance very, very carefully against the BVM X300 mastering monitor, which is used throughout Hollywood and actually throughout the world in a number of different areas. And what we try and do is really recreate that effect. If you have darker scenes, you want to maintain the shadow detail within those darker areas as well. I guess a little bit of a trade-off, you might see a little bit more light coming through on the black bars in that instance. But what we're trying to do is really achieve that shadow detail exactly as the BVM X300 is showing. So in that instance, sometimes you will get a little bit of lightening around the black bars. If black bars is a really kind of big concern, OLED TVs will give you those very, very dark black bars, and again won't compromise on the shadow detail as well.
And I guess, like you say, it's a bit of balancing, so people should understand that if you went for black bars with an LED LCD TV with local dimming, FALD backlight, you risk crushing the blacks by doing that. That's basically what you're saying? That's
basically what I'm saying, exactly. And directors and creators intend you to see this detail within the picture. It's part of their storyline. It's part of setting the scene, creating an atmosphere. And if you overdim the backlight to give yourself darker black bars, you lose a lot of that information, so you're not seeing the full creator's intent. So it's, as you say, a little bit of a balancing act, but we think we're doing it the right way.
And with your new lineup, what's your favourite?
Oh, that's always a good question. I really love the ZH8. I think the design is stunning. The picture quality is absolutely fantastic, of course, as well. And then with the additional features around the sound quality, it just really gives you that incredible immersive experience. And for me, I don't have a giant house, so a 75-inch. It's a little bit more realistic, maybe, that I could see it in my sitting room someday as well.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the TVs this year. Thanks for giving us a roundup of all the models and your intention with them, and we'll look forward to testing them later in the year.
Thanks very much, Phil. Great to see you again.